anything BIPOC related, anything immigrant, refugee related, anything DEI related, not only is there no oversight or accountability, there isn't any care or concern whether the program is doing what the program's designed to do. This segment is brought to you by Eastside Weight Loss Clinic. I'm down 37 pounds on the program, and I lost most of that weight in just 2 months. There's no prepackaged meals, no counting calories, no drugs or injections. Schedule your free 15-minute consultation today at eastsideweightlossklinic.com. Well, we have yet another example of a government program where the spending was just as egregious. According to the Center Square, a state-sponsored program spent $1 million to get 37 disadvantaged people driver's license. Carry the two, carry the... That's $27,000 per person. $1 million to get 37 disadvantaged people driver's licenses. It says a program set up in King County through the State Department of Licensing and funded by the state legislature has spent nearly $1 million teaching disadvantaged women to drive, with just 37 women actually obtaining their license in a 5-month period. King County contracts with Mujer al Volante. Women, what is, Nicole, can you Google translate that? I know that's woman to volante. Is that like to move? Women to move?
I'll check into it.
Okay, thank you. A nonprofit organization in Seattle that offers support services to refugee and immigrant women. In 2022, the legislature gave DOL $350,000 to also contract with a nonprofit, with an additional $2 million appropriated earlier this year in the state transportation budget. The driver's license assistance program, Taking the Steering Wheel of My Life. What a dumb... The program's called Taking the Steering Wheel of My Life. Provides qualifying applicants assistance towards obtaining a driver's license. To qualify, a person must be a woman or non-binary, an immigrant, asylee, or refugee, and be classified as low income. So a man could do it and just say, I'm non-binary. Whatever, use the system that you've got. Since the program started in December, there have been 522 individuals who have gone through the program. However, just 37 of them have successfully passed the written and driving exams. In January, there were 101 participants, and only one of them obtained a license. In April, there were 132 participants, 13 of which got their license. You guys, $27,000 per person to get a driver's license. $27,000 per person to help women who are low income, asylees, or refugees, or immigrants to get a driver's license.
Brave lady, by the way.
That means brave lady. Mujer al volante. Brave lady. This is an example of a couple things. It's DEI gone wrong. The only reason, so DEI programs are completely immune from any sort of accountability. They just are. We've learned that. We saw that in the summer of 2020, where they decided to dole out all these government contracts to BIPOC groups with zero accountability, like when Mayor Jenny Durkan appointed the street czar, and he didn't do anything, and so they just quietly didn't renew his contract. And that was like almost $1 million down the drain. They were literally thinking about handing over the East Police Precinct to a BIPOC group just to make the whole situation go away, which wouldn't have worked, obviously. And then you look at the, what the heck is the the Housing Justice Project, right? Any sort of justice-related, BIPOC-related DEI. I mean, Justice Project is writing $52,000 checks to a guy who is living in a nice house in Bellevue and just decides not to pay rent for 2 years, and taxpayers have to foot the bill. So if it's DEI, it de facto will never be audited. They will never look into it. If it's supposed to help disadvantaged people, there's no waste in that. We can't waste money. Just like I go back to the right-of-way initiative, where any sane, breathing person knows that $1 million per person per exit from homelessness is far too much. There's no excuse for it. It's absolute government corruption and waste. But when I ask about it, it's like, are you trying to put a price on a human life, Brandi? Like, no, I'm trying to do my job and hold the government accountable, and credit to the Center Square for looking into this. I mean, first of all, it can't be that good of a program. Where are they sending these people to get the training and the studying they need to get a driver's license when you have in 522 individuals, only 37 of them have got a driver's license. In January, 101 participants, and only one was able to get their license.
Don't we want people taking the bus anyway?
That is a good point, too.
What the heck?
Why is King County spending $1 million, $27,000 per person to get people driver's licenses when you just want them taking the bus? Nicole, great job.
Right.
That is really smart.
I mean, I saw the new Rick Steves commercial.
Oh, God.
Promoting transit.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean,
okay, well, we're spending money there.
If we got to spend $27,000 to get somebody a driver's license, I'd rather have them ride public transit as well. It's wild.
Maybe they shouldn't be
no
driving.
Well, also, maybe they shouldn't be driving if that's the price. Like, that's how much
Safety issue.
That's how much it takes to try to get them to pass. But that also shows you, right, that they have the assistance program taking the steering wheel of my life, right, where they have a government contractor. So if you had in any private entity, right, where you are contracting with them for an outcome, like get these people driver's licenses, and they had 101 people in there, and only one of them got a driver's license. If this was a private enterprise, you'd be like, well, clearly this isn't working. That's like, I'd contact the FBI for fraud.
Great.
Like, you must not be capable of teaching people how to drive if you're only getting 1 out of 101 in the month of January. So there's the issue there of, again, anything BIPOC related, anything immigrant, refugee related, anything DEI related. Not only is there no oversight or accountability, there isn't any care or concern whether the program is doing what the program's designed to do. Like, are there any outcomes? Is it actually helping? So to put it more simplistically, like, they want to look like they're helping people of color, but they don't care if they're actually helping people of color.
Well, and I mean, it doesn't even make sense. So if you can't pay for, I mean, driver's education really isn't that expensive
it's not $27,000.
It's not in $27,000, but I mean, it might be a couple hundred. But you're also going to have to, if you get your driver's license, you have to buy a car, you have to maintain the car, you have to pay for insurance monthly.
Very true.
If you can't pay $200 to get your license, how are you going to pay $200 next month for the insurance?
Nicole,
I don't.
That's such a good
whole
question.
Program doesn't make sense to me.
We need to follow up, because those are really good questions. Are they also offering that assistance? Because this is saying they have to be low income. So we're going to help you get your driver's license and go through whatever tests.
They might not be working at all.
Right. So if that's the case, as Nicole properly states, how do you expect them to have a car to be able to drive, to afford, in Jay Inslee's Washington under the Climate Commitment Act, to be able to put gas in the car to be able to drive? So this is a disaster. Nothing makes sense about this. Nicole, gosh, you're so good.
Oh, thanks.
So many good questions. We're going to follow up on this, but absolutely ridiculous. $27,000 per person to get them a driver's license, and about 500 people who went through the program and couldn't even obtain their driver's license. Sounds like a failure to me.